Yes, I mean, following the murder of Stephen, it was very evident that the Church's Commission for Racial Justice as a church body had to be involved in some way. Our secretary at the time was Methodist, the Lawrences were Methodist, and it was clearly inevitable that that information that came to the Commission was one that obviously spoke about support in whatever way, shape or form that could be. Clearly the murder of Stephen and the work of Church CCRJ made it so that Race Justice Sunday came about. Racial Justice Sunday was an opportunity for the churches to start looking at social action, what it is as churches they could do to actually raise awareness and do something themselves, either locally or nationally, to start combating that particular evil. Alongside the support that in terms of just being there for Doreen and Neville at the time, it was about what could we do practically. And the Doreen and Neville, or the Lawrences, came to CCRJ for financial support to start the campaign. And I think from memory, it may well be the first funding that the Lawrences actually received to start the campaign, and that was through CCRJ. Just to say, the Racial Justice Sunday was part of the Ecumenical Racial Justice Fund that came out of, or should say, Racial Justice Sunday Fund came out and of the whole ambience of money that came from the churches. On churches, Racial Justice Sunday, a collection that was taken within respective churches was given to Race Justice Sunday funding. Equally, the Catholics, the Methodists, the Anglican and Christian Aid gave quite specific funding that went into the Racial Justice Fund, which went to support and I think a few funding to the Lawrences for their campaign. So for me, it's about remembering the fact that practical support, particularly through David Aslam, the first secretary, the network that he has, which then provided a signposting for the Lawrences, the whole awareness raising among the commissioners who took that back to their respective churches, and the funding that went in. And what I remember quite warmly was the trip to South Africa for the WCC World Conference on Racism and Xenophobia, which Doreen accompanied us on. It was just so lovely for her to be at that conference in South Africa, and for us to be able to support her in that. So for me, it's part and parcel of such a lovely history of the Lawrences being there from the very outset, and the Church's Commission for Racial Justice being there alongside the family to support to the end, really.